Hello, and welcome back for more lessons on how to defraud fictional characters out among the acrid alleys of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. Last time, it was the Pied Piper. I taught you how to defraud him. The secret, just don't have children. This time, though, the Muffin Man. Yeah, you know, the Muffin Man, the one who lives on Drury Lane. I'm going to teach you how to defraud that man because it turns out the Muffin Man, he's got a wooden leg. So all you've really got to do in order to get all the free muffins you want is grab his basket, kick him in the shin and knock his leg off, then chuck it in the river and run like hell. And you'd better run too, by the way, because the Muffin Man, he will hop after your ass, and he's pretty spry for a one-legged Victorian baker. Muffin Man, he grew up on the streets, dog. I mean, specifically he grew up on Drury Lane, but we all know Drury Lane's got a reputation for being basically the Compton of Victorian London. And if the Muffin Man catches you, he'll bust a cap in your ass. That teardrop tattoo he's got, that's not to symbolize that his signature pickle onion muffins are so delicious they'll make you weep. Hell no, Muffin Man got that tattoo during a 10-year stint he pulled into Pentonville prison for strangling a chimney sweep who ruined a batch of cranberry walnut muffins with a cloud of soot he dislodged from the chimney while cleaning the ovens at the bakery. Muffin Man's straight up gangsta. So, you know, you can defraud him by kicking off his wooden legs, but you steal his muffins at your own risk. And if you do, you know, keep it to yourself that old Perfidious Pete was the one that twigged you to his wooden leg, because I don't want to have to deal with any recriminations from the Muffin Man. Also, I made a wooden leg joke. Twigged you to you. Yeah, alright, it wasn't funny, you're right. Anyway, that's enough about the Muffin Man, although, hey, free muffins. The guy really is a master craftsman when it comes to those cranberry walnut muffins. So good. Everybody get vacated. Let's take a look and see what's on the menu for today. So the ruins, we're 0% of the way towards clearing a path to that boss, 50% of the way towards the formless flesh. We're right up against it on what is down in the Weald? I don't even remember. Is there a boss left in the Weald? Actually, we may have the Weald fully cleared. Let's check very quickly. Not what we want. Not what I want. Give me the damn scroll, please. Thank you. This is not what I want. Please show me this thing. Thank you. Gibbering Prophet. So that's the ruins. Brigand 16-pounder. That's the Weald. Formless flesh. Yeah, we got it. Beguiling Siren and Drowned Crew both still waiting. And then, of course, we've got all of the final Darkest Dungeon things. Beguiling Siren, Drowned Crew. Maybe Cove is probably what we should try and focus then. So we've got a medium mission in the Cove Veterans. Quick Draw Charm is not terrible. Bonus speed, bonus crit. It's not the greatest relic in the world, but it's also not an abysmal nightmare. What do we got in the Weald? Berserk Charm? Nah, not interested, really. So either we're doing a quick draw charm either way. I am not really in any kind of hurry to fight the Gibbering Prophet. So you know what? Let's head down to the Cove. We've probably got a team that should be relatively ready for this assault. Specifically, it gives us an opportunity, and by opportunity I mean excuse, to send Patrick Mulligan down in the dungeons. It's been a while since we've got to have old Toxin out, and I've been missing him something fierce. He's one of my favorites. Let's get him to the guild, make sure he's fully upgraded. Those skills I'm not too worried about. We got those for free when we picked him up. We did hire him as an experienced trooper. We are going to upgrade his arms and armor, however. Do I really want to chance a medium mission with an antiquarian? That kind of feels greedy, but I did blow an absolute monumental truckload of cash a couple missions ago. Would we have the tools that we need in order to make that a success? Alternatively, you know, we haven't had Jonah Hex. We could go with a pretty unconventional grouping here. You know what? I kind of don't hate this plan. What if we grab Nick Fury, Jonah Hex, we'll take Toxin and, not you, Mary Walker. I want Toxin. Where's Toxin? Yeah, give me Patrick Mulligan. That's my boy. I want Mulligan there. What disease do you have, Mulligan? What are you rolling with? You're bulimic? Not the end of the world, and honestly, we can have you just cure that when we get to our destination. And then we just need a healer. Rachel Summers is doing disease relief, I think. She got all riddled with disease. We do have Madeline Pryor, the old anodyne. Problem with that is the old healer slots are getting pretty skinny. This mission would level her to rank 5. Which means we're going to have trouble getting the rest of these guys up through the levels. Then again, other than Speedball, we really don't have anyone that won't be leveling, because we'll go Mary McCabe, Dorrance, Rachel Summers. We can run these guys through as a group. Yeah, it's fine. Anodyne, now's your chance to shine. Shine for me, Anodyne, shine. Shine like a song from a movie about drug use and drug dealers in the 1970s, 80s. The Charlie's Angels kind of ripoff. I can't actually remember the name of it. It was an episode of MST. Probably shouldn't have referenced it since I can't remember the name. So let's just move on. Man, what was the name? That's going to drive me nuts. Now I'm going to have to Google it when this is over. Provisions. Also, you know what, Pete? You're forgetting trinkets. You should probably not do that. Do the trinkets. Unequip all the trinkets. Sort them by rarity. And then let's re-equip some friggin' trinkets here, champ. We're looking for dodge, specifically. Love having the dodge trinkets on my man-at-arms, not gonna lie. His dodge is pretty respectable to begin with, and if we crank it up enough, he gets really huge dodge. The Guardian Shield is intriguing, but that's just not the way I like to roll with my men-at-arms. What else we got? We gotta go for the Camouflage Cloak. Yes. All the big dodge trinkets you will be getting, sir. Where's that? We have one other one that's like big dodge, too. That's +4. Calming Crystal is actually not terrible. It's this bad boy, though, right? Yeah, the Feather Crystal. That's what we're looking for. Feather Crystal, are we really going to just focus dodge and speed? Yeah, I think so. 28 dodge, +15. I mean, we're going to be a dodging freak, and we're going to be protecting, doing all of the bad stuff that a man-at-arms do. I like it. You. Okay, something very specific, Jonah Hex, in that there is one trinket in this game that comes from a boss that I really sort of feel was built for you. Bonus damage, bonus accuracy versus mark, and bonus crit chance against things that are bigger than size 1. You'll be wielding the Wolf's Tassel, sir. Jonah Hex, what else can we do for you here? The Wounding Helmet is pretty good, actually. I mean, it's just bonus damage for all melee skills and big move chance. I don't hate it. Also, you know what? Before we provision, hold on a second. One thing I forgot to check on. Let's go check on Jonah Hex's skills, because it occurs to me we may not have fully upgraded old Jonah. He has everything except Hook and Slice, which I'm not really a fan of. Come Hither, I don't actually like. Marked for Death, Collect Bounty, those two are inarguably necessary. Flashbang is sort of grown on me as time progresses, and I do still like Finish Him. I think we'll roll with those, which means Jonah Hex needs no additional adjustments. Back to battle then, or rather back to equipping and provisioning. So you're sorted, you're sorted. Plague Doctor, easy peasy when it comes to the trinkets. We don't really vary up our Plague Doctor a whole hell of a lot. Where's the thing, though? Seriously, where's the thing? No, we got the Plague Doctor. There it is, the Blasphemous Vial. It's a Blasphemous Vial, and then just the Poisoned Herb. Got you sorted. Yo, Pete, you can't say it's the herb is poison. Yo, the herb comes from the earth, man. It's way safer than tobacco. Comes from nature, dog. Yeah, whatever. I've heard your arguments. Don't smoke. Regardless of what it is, it's bad for your lungs. Sacred Scroll. Healing skill bonus. Yes, please. And where is my Tome of Holy Healing? There it is. That's it. We're sorted. Now! I forgot provisions again. So here's the thing. I figured out why I'm doing this. I keep thinking Embark is going to advance us to the next screen while I'm equipping trinkets, but it actually turns out that the trinket overlay is above the "this is where you buy fucking provisions" screen. And this is the second time I have done this now. We have to gather 3 relics. This is going to be nigh impossible, and at some point you know we're going to fight a shambler. On the plus side, quest location is right here. We can ignore this direction. Curio, obstacle, quest location, room battle with Curio. Okay, I don't have any shovels. I have no choice but to dig my way.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Yep, mariners and misfortunes in the full dark. This is going to be goddamn... Well, this mission is already... Perfect work. Fantastic. On the plus side, this is empty, so hooray. And we can camp once, so that's some stress relief and an opportunity to relight our failing torches. I'm so... We do have bonus virtue chances, so maybe the huge amount of stress we're going to... You know what? I guess if we were going to do a full dark run and get just an unbelievable monumental amount of stress, the virtue chance bonus mission, I guess, is the mission for that to happen. Although I have to say this mission really does feel cursed, because every time I get missions where virtues are a potential thing, they always go horrifically awry. You know what? Food would be useful. Damn, only digested fish. Well, I was hoping we might be able to salvage some of that digested fish and maybe eat it. But we're in the inky black now, folks. Wow, Jonah Hex. Talk about hexed. I think that, like, you're the Hex on this mission. We have almost no chance to scout anything. Please have a torch inside of you. Just a... Okay, nope, no torch. All right. Well, here comes the first true test of our metal. Could be worse. We got a lot of pelagic groupers. They're relatively killable. Never mind, we're completely fucked. These guys have a huge critical chance, and also the fact that we're in full dark means their critical chance is going to be absolutely off the chain. You must defend our healer. She's the only thing that has any chance of keeping us in this whatsoever. Yeah, okay, so we made the right choice going with the double defense, although this guy is already absolutely wrecked. We have got to get a stun. Flashbang. Stun, shuffle, single. Or would I rather just kill one? These guys only got 20 HP. 9 to 18 damage, 18% to crit. If it criticals, it's a kill. It's a start. We got to start somewhere. That's a start. You know what? In this case, though, we definitely got to start with some stuns. We're going to try and work this guy over, stun our way to victory on the other guys. We're going to get 12 damage back. I hate fighting in the dark. Now that we've got the stun off, though, bam, Plague Grenade. Patrick Mulligan starts stacking the damage on him. Here comes the Seaward Slash. Jonah Hex takes another 10. He's in bad shape. Another Seaward Slash. We're taking a lot of damage. Get yours back, Jonah. There you go. That's my boy. He takes it back. These guys are going to take 5 damage and be stunned. All right. We're already guarding, so it feels like maybe we should Retribution and possibly do it to this man. We do have our self-marked now. We should be having the enemies more inclined to swing at us. You have got to heal Jonah Hex. Perfect time for a critical anodyne. That was clutch. That was a clutch heal. Beautiful dodge from Jonah Hex. All right, give me more blight damage. The critical is nice. So these guys are going to get a go, but we don't have to do anything else to them for the remainder. They're as done as they're going to get. This push is largely irrelevant. We just got to kill this man now. He's our focus. Beautiful dodge from Jonah Hex. Good work, gentlemen. Everybody's doing the work. 6 damage from Colonel Fury. Getting us a tiny bit of stress relief as well, which is much needed. Can't help but notice nobody is still swinging at our marked target, by the way. Group heal here, I think, is the right call. 20 aggregate damage. Everybody was at least a little banged up. These guys are dead. I would love for us to be in a position where we could throw a battlefield medicine at somebody just for a couple cheap heals, but that shuffle turns out to have been very unfortunate. You know what? Let's just rearrange. You're dead. I was hoping we could get another heal off. You know what? Here, flashbang him. Let's see if we can buy ourselves another turn. The Blight will likely kill that man. Defender, sure. Guard our healer. Holy crap, how is your stress already so high? One more barricade could actually end it for us. Ugh, this is bad. We could camp at the end of this room. A torch. Okay, the torch is huge. We're gonna wait and burn that right before we go in this room. Okay, so we have 1 torch. We're cracking it now. Getting some of the light back, helping reduce some of the stress. We have surprised the enemy. This, honestly, is as bad as it gets. So you definitely have to guard her. We have nothing really that can hit the 4th rank. Okay. We can't allow these guys to guard this dude. If they start guarding, we're going to have to wade through him, and he can heal. So we've got to go. We could go for the stun, but I think the Blight is the right call. And as much as I would love to try and drop a train on this piece of shit, we are not going to be able to drop a train on him. We have got to go for the big heal. We're looking at a lot of incoming damage here in these next 2 rounds. We're really going to get the what for. Beautiful Fury with the sweet dodge. Gonna Call of the Deep, which is, I think, a heal? Oh, it's a buff. What does that buff do? Bonus damage, bonus accuracy, bonus crit is a big problem, but Jonah Hex helping solve some of that problem by just sidestepping. He got into the rope-a-dope. He like, no, dog, you can't hit me. You got nothing. You can't touch me. I'm untouchable. Here comes this is what I was worried about. 22 stress is very bad. Keep piling on the blight, and that man in the back is all of the way dead. And this guy's actually a goodly portion of dead. Now we got to get this piece of shit dead before he criticals the shit out of us and winds up with somebody having their head hacked off. I would prefer to avoid the head hacking if at all possible. That's a solid start in avoiding the head hacking, Colonel Fury. 2 members of our party now force you to swing at them. Just straight up kill that man. I don't want him swinging again. I'm not as worried about Octocestus and Guard. 4 damage. I'll trade 4 for 4. We can do that all day long. Another Octocestus. Hey, again, all day long. Well, 5 for 2 is less good, but you drop dead. Solid. Alright, now we're going to mark this man. We're going to start working on the old collect bounty. It's time to take a turn. How much damage you got? You have fatal damage. There's no reason to try and work you over. Let's go ahead and just keep the defender up. We cannot have her getting hit. Mostly it's a stress situation. We're eager to try and avoid the stress damage more so than the physical damage. If he can leap in front of a stress attack, that's fine. It also just gives us additional chances to riposte. These guys are guarding each other. That was like the least useful move you could possibly have made. Also, you have fatal damage, so there's really nothing I need to do to you. Getting criticaled. We're borderline. We have got to camp. We're probably going to have to camp in this room, I think. We can't risk another fight without a camp. It's just going to be unacceptable. We are still guarding. Let's go for the retribonk. Retribonction. Am I right? That's pathetic. You're right to mock me, Internet. That was sad. Well, we've still got the fatal damage on both targets. Wouldn't have minded a dodge there from Jonah Hex, but ultimately, we're going to be able to out-heal this. Apart from the stress, we came out of this one okay. That man is dead the next time he gets a chance to go. So let's throw a flashbang. Let's just try and continue this and see if we can't get a little bit of just like a little extra healing would be handy. Even if it's only a battlefield medicine, that makes a difference. Just go for the guard. We don't have to do anything. This guy dies on his turn. Oh, perfect. That couldn't have gone better. You know what? With this extra torch, I'm willing to push my luck one more room. So what is this thing? A fish idol. Holy water? Yep. An aura of strength. I was really hoping that would be stress relief. Very, very much hoping for stress relief there. Jonah Hex, you got the least stress. There's a map. That's real good. We got a chance. That's a lot of fighting, though. But we've got a chance. Where's our last curio? Not a quest location. Not a quest location. Not a quest location. How much am I willing to push it? That's the question. We know there are no traps or anything in this hallway, although there was an unexpected room battle and the worst shuffle of all time. Well, we're going to be guarding our healer, who is now in the front rank and completely useless. Spearfishing for Patrick Mulligan is bad. The push is surprisingly helpful. 8 damage for Nick Fury. We might have to camp in this next room. There's a fight in the next room, though, and we're going to take so much damage here. We could stun a guy, but that's not really very useful. Just give me the damage. We got to start somewhere. You have got to go back. We can mark a target, or we could... You know what? No, give me the flashbang. We're going to try and push you forward by pushing everyone else back. Stunned and shuffled is helpful. It saved us damage right there. Spearfishing for Patrick Mulligan. 8 damage. All right, that's a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. Let's go for more stun. It's all we can do from the 4th slot, but it is something. We could pile more blight on that guy and guarantee he takes fatal damage. Do it. We're getting nothing from a damage output until we can get... Having her pushed all the way to the front is just supremely unfortunate. Alright. Let's try and hasten that man's demise. He should die at the start of his next turn, so we've got one of them dead. Beautiful. We're 1/3 of the way home. We gotta regard our healer. We're still riposting? No, we are not riposting. Oh, we are riposting. Okay, good. We're going to trade damage for damage. Put it on Batman. With the 3 and a 5, that might be... Nah, it's not quite enough. We've got to get a heal on Patrick Mulligan. He's real injured. Okay, just keep... You know what? If all you can do, Jonah Hex, is stun, just keep up with the stuns. It's fine. Big heal here. Critical would have been better, but I'll take the 12 if the 12 is all I can get. Pile damage on this man, because this guy is going to have fatal damage if we can get a bonk on him. He did beat us, but he still has fatal damage. Patrick Mulligan takes 8. We're going to go for the stun. Not that that's enormously useful, it's just something to do, and it does prevent us from taking damage. Attributive bonk on this man. So we got posed with a pretty unfortunate problem, but we're working the problem. Big, yes, absolutely big heal here. Patrick Mulligan's starting to rally it around. We've got fatal damage in most places. These guys just will not leave Patrick Mulligan alone, but finally he made something happen. Let's move forward too. Party order is restored now at the 11th hour. These guys both have fatal damage, so if I'm not forced to mess with them, I am not going to mess with them. Just going to continue to guard. I mean, they both die on their next turn. Are you already guarded? Oh, I should probably put the guard ability. If we can do nothing to them and get a chance for another free heal, which is exactly what I needed. Not as much as I needed, but it is what I needed. A win is a win. At this point, I'll take whatever I can get. Are we in a good enough fight to come through one more room battle? We gotta push our luck. There is no light. How can it be a trick of the light, Mr. Narrator? Now you're just trolling us. There is no light left in this dungeon. We have surprised the enemy. I don't necessarily hate that. Ordinarily, I don't like surprise, because getting hit by these guys 8 times in a row, objectively, is bad. It can have supremely unfortunate consequences, but we gotta stun. We have no choice but to go for the stun there. It's the only way we don't take absolutely catastrophic damage. We did also get a kill and a self-heal for Anodyne, and some vastly needed stress relief. We're not gonna be able to riposte off this, but it's fine. Now we're back to a normal speed roll. The stun really saved our bacon there. The fat was in the fryer. We put it out there and said, we need bacon. It's got to be saved. Somebody hauled the bacon out of the fire. It's getting all black and gross. And sure enough, Patrick Mulligan was there to haul that bacon out of the fryer. Out of the fryer? Out of the fire. You're stepping in front of that. Nobody messes with my girl. You stay away from Anodyne. She's my girl, my girl. Talking about Anodyne, the healer. I should be less enthused about anything to do with one of Jean Grey's clones. That was some fantastic wallop from Jonah Hex. That was a mighty blow, Jonah. You know what? I'm going for the stun. Those guys already have quite a bit of damage. I think we go for the mitigation here. This guy's going to kill himself on our riposte. Beautiful. That man just going to straight up drop dead. This guy is stunned, and so while he doesn't have fatal damage yet, he's pretty close. I'm just going to mark him. Takes 5 damage. All right, see, this is good. We're gonna go. We're gonna try and pimp some more heals. We'll throw a guard back at Anodyne. Really, what I'm looking for here is one more chance to get off a Divine Comfort. Ow, outstanding. And now this man dies on his turn. Doesn't matter. 2 damage for the wallop. The 10-point blitz, and you, oh son, are done. I'll just go ahead and bonk you, try and end it quicker. Didn't quite get a kill for Colonel Fury, but that's okay. We're now riposting. Fishman drops dead. Whew. All right.
At least promises success.
Really, Mr. Narrator, you're going to say this expedition promises success? Because while I don't necessarily... At this point, I'm not going to rule success out. I think the promise of success is a pretty significant overstatement. One thing I will say about coming into a dungeon with no provisions, it does have the added benefit of letting you take literally all of the things. Like, you can get all of the loot that you want. Stress wave's real bad. They did throw it at Jonah Hex, though, which has the benefit of meaning we didn't have to test for a virtue or affliction. If someone had gotten afflicted on this, we'd be in a pretty significant peril. Beautiful dodges from Nick Fury, starting shit off really strong. Give me the flashbang on the Pelagic Shaman, please. Oh, fantastic. You pushed him to the front, too. That's friggin' beautiful. More importantly, it pushed the snail back. moving the snail back is almost as important. This guy has 7 health. You got 5 blight damage on him. His protection is huge, but we only need to get 2 out of an anodyne bolt from the... Oh, yes! Exactly what we needed. Our bolt from the blue puts the snail in the stew. Suck it, snail. All right, what do you got for me here? A little seaward slash coming at Jonah Hex. That's all right. Jonah's a man. He can take it. He's a horribly scarred, grim visage. And in return, he's going to cut your healer in half. How you like them apples, boy? Healer got bifurcated. Little blight damage for you. You have fatal damage. We can now ignore you. Patrick Mulligan is borderline stressing out a little bit. He's a little freaked. Are we reposting? We are not. We should be. So let's get a retributive bonk on this man. Big ol' crit and some stress relief for Colonel Fury. We're doing... You know what? No, I'm not even going to talk about how we're doing on this dungeon because there's no way I'm going to risk jinxing it. We're doing... Everything is awful. This is going to end in absolute tragedy. I just got to keep with the same vein. This does not have a happy ending, folks. More divine comfort. Double critical and the stress relief again. The team's pulling their weight. Dodge it, Jonah Hex. Okay, well, I mean... I'm starting to get a little greedy now. The dodge was probably a little much to ask for. Make sure we got to keep Anodyne as safe as possible. Go for that. Cut that man's head off. Maybe get some stress relief. Yep, 3. I'll take it. 1,500 gold and a dodge stone. Dodge stone is pretty useful. What would we throw on the ground in favor of it? Literally the one provision... Oh, you know what? Camping is going to be terrible for us because we don't have food. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you, Pete? No, you're right. I didn't think about that. Camping is going to be very, very bad for us, actually. Like, objectively, we probably want to avoid camping if possible. We do know this room is safe. I'm willing to risk... Yep, that's real bad. Okay. Mulligan, test to resolve. He is fearful. It's going to be multiple... This may be the whole party afflicted, then. Well, I'm really glad we had the bonus chance for the virtues. That's solid. So now we have someone who is afraid and abusive. That may be it, then. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep going. That hunger prompt really boned us, and camping is also not going to help. That's the other issue we have. If we camp, stress actually is going to go up because we're going to be doing it without food. Oh, it's 6 of one, a half a dozen of the other, Pete. You're going to have to make a decision. There is one thing we would have going for us. Okay, medicinal herbs. Burn the torch. Take the herbs. Leave the 25 gold. Yes. If we can find... I don't want to just leave it. If we can find a dead fish, we could theoretically get enough food that we could camp without being forced to starve. Okay, curio. Nothing. Trap. Okay, battle. Room battle with treasure. Is this quest location? We got 2 fights. This curio could be a fish. Odds of that are almost nil. I'm gonna try a little peeky. Okay, it's a torch. I was gonna try a little sneaky peeky. If that was a fish, I was gonna go out, grab the food. Now we're just... Yeah. Everybody gets hurt, and we're gonna have... We're very much borderline being stressed out of this. So we gotta have stress relief before anything else. Also, preventing nighttime ambush is good. Nobody has mortality debuffs. Do I really want to spend that much time on that? Maybe I would be better off to just play. How are we doing on stress relief buffs? Do we have any? We've got 1 encourage. That's it? Well, we're going to weapons practice. We need the bonus damage. This is how we do it. Bonus accuracy, bonus crit. Yes. Encourage. Honestly, at this point, I think we should try and encourage the man who's going to be stepping in front of most of the stress attacks. And that's basically it, right? Oh, good God. We're in a just... all right. Apply the leeches. You can't leech yourself? Why can you not leech yourself? I thought we could cure... Patrick Mulligan, I'm very disappointed in you. You were supposed to be able to cure your own disease. You didn't. It went so well for so long, and now suddenly it's all falling apart at the seams.
As the light gains purchase.
But we do have light again, and there is a torch out here, so we've got a chance to replenish the little light that we have. We can get to our target objective fight, and we will have full light. We got to win 2 fights, and this is going to turn out to be, I think, ultimately not much of a fight. Patrick Mulligan's going to be stunned. Not the end of the world. Stressful. This is what we were hoping to avoid, actually. 9 stress. That's going to be... All right. Oh, Nick Fury is courageous. Nick Fury, you the man. Son, you think Nick Fury afraid of you? Boy, you got a lot to learn about Nick Fury. Nick Fury ain't afraid of nothing, son. I stood toe-to-toe with Ultron. Ugh, it's real good, Nick Fury. If only you could have done that slightly earlier, I'd be a much happier man. You also would have saved me a buttload of cash having to cure the stress of those 2. The bleed is not optimal. Okay, so murder the fish, man. You gotta be shitting me with that, Jonah Hex. What the hell was that? We really need Anodyne to be... Like, don't refuse to heal or do anything stupefyingly crazy. Stun is gone. Back to the top of the round. Alright. I can't get stunned again, so won't get fooled again. Take that. We'll just go straight up for the kill. A dead man is better anyway. I really need to fix Jonah Hex's skills, because I want to get rid of uppercut, which I actively dislike. Here, just uppercut a bitch. We're going to replace... It actually panned out for us in that it did stun and move the guy. I would prefer finish him. Vastly prefer finish him to uppercut. You're stunned. You're going to do nothing. Burn and die, craven beasts. Are you... You know, you could have just said that to the enemy. If you want to swear at somebody, if you want to be abusive, abuse our foes. That's what they're there for. Abuse those guys. They deserve it. On the plus side, Nick Fury's courageous should at least theoretically counter the abusiveness. Jonah Hex is almost borderline freak out, though. That's real bad. What do we do? What do we do here? We could try and stun one, but he's already got a stun buff. And that's like 5 times fatal damage for that man. But I just want no more stress attacks. Take that shit and get it out of here. Madeline Pryor with a big whiff. That is unfortunate. And despite your recently discourteous behavior, I'm still stepping in front of shots for you. There's a stumbling scratch. And not really anything to worry about. Keep dropping it on him. We probably should have cured that bleed. Would have maybe been the better maneuver. You know what? Go for the stun bonk poke here. Oh, he resisted both the stun and the push, but it doesn't matter, because Jonah Hex is going to reap the whirlwind and collect his head. Bounty secured. Here, use this. Oh, use the bandage. Take the busts. I'm going to burn the torch against my better judgment and pick up the busts. We've got 1 room battle, 1 trap, 1 curio, and we're to our quest location. Unless we stumble into a shambler, which, since we have light, shouldn't be even possible because we don't have a torch, so we couldn't deliberately spawn the shambler. I think we may be able to pull this off. The cost is going to be monumental because we're going to have to pay a fortune to get 2 of our characters disabused of their afflictions, but still, it's probably, in the long run, going to be a worthwhile endeavor. That was fantastic, Jonah Hex. The one-shot kill was real big right there. That was a big goddamn deal. You know what? You get a heal for that. As a reward, please accept this biscuit. Those 2 are stunned. This guy's surprise goes off. We're going to Barnacle Bear and cover the Shaman. The fact that he's protected while carrying a stress attack is problematic for us, I'm not going to lie. Beautiful dodge from Nick Fury. Oh, so good. Janitor, I told you, boy, Nick Fury done thrown down with the worst in town and come back around to live it down again. I stood toe-to-toe with Ultron, dog. You got nothing on Nick Fury, boy. let's just go for a little retributive bonk on Seaward Slash with the mad criticals over here. Speaking of which, let's just reap his head. Man, Jonah Hex is really getting it done for us. He's been doing some solid work. Anodyne's never going to stop picking on him, though. She's like, you're such a pathetic loser every time he completely eradicates one of our foes. He just blows him into a cloud of mist, and she's all like, oh, I could do better, and then throws a lightning bolt at a target that just whiffs. Really high opinion of yourself, Madeline. Then again, you are one of the clones of Jean Grey, so, I mean, I suppose it's appropriate. We're going to stack this guy up with so much blight damage, it's not even funny. Colonel Fury saving us from a stress attack. That was nothing short of beautiful, Colonel Fury. Maybe we get a stun and a push here? Nope. We resisted the push, got the stun. Still can't reap the whirlwind. Perhaps we uppercut this punk ass? Nope. That guy will not be moved. You want to do it the hard way, Mr. Guy? We'll do it the hard way. Also, I'm pretty sure you're going to have fatal damage after Patrick Mulligan drops this can of whoop-ass right up your butthole. Enjoy that. Here, take a little retributive bonk just to double-check and make sure. You should have... Yeah, you're dead. You know what? Uppercut a bitch. There you go, Jonah Hex. Nice shot. I'll uppercut a punk ass. I don't care. Jonah Hex, he doesn't give a shit. He'll punch a ram in the face. That's a lot of gold. Anti-venom, so long. I need the gold. Medicinal herbs, I kind of feel like you should probably take a powder as well. Jade, you should definitely take a powder. 250 gold is the same value you have and also stackable. Jonah? Of course it's trapped. Why wouldn't it be trapped? After I threw my anti-venom on the floor as well. Oh, that's about perfect. 70% to disarm, 90% to disarm, 55. Yeah, all right. Well, this is a Jonah Hex moment. Getting some of that stress he got back. Walked into one trap, disarmed another one. That's a fair trade. Sacks contents, 750 gold, which validates my decision to throw that jade on the floor. All we got to do is live through whatever's in this room. Theoretically, it could be nothing. It's definitely not nothing. We have surprised the shit out of these guys. Well, okay. Surprise stun, then. Solid start. We got a guard. Madeline Pryor. Even though possibly going for the retributive bonk there would have been the better call. Because if we could have got even 2 damage out of that, that would be a dead man. Instead, we got 2 damage out of Madeline Pryor, so I suppose it paid dividends either way. Stunned. These guys got stun resistance buffs. Here comes the barnacle barrier. I'm going to try and uppercut that corpse, I think, just to push it out of the way. So cold, can't focus. Oh, man. Okay. That was unfortunate. That was definitely unfortunate. Uppercut this corpse. The corpse resisted the movement and resisted the stun, so that plan has completely failed in every possible direction. 0 damage bonk is beautiful. Alright, now is not the time to fall apart, people. Patrick Mulligan, you're all of our damage on this one. Like, all of it. So, we really need you to not be so afraid and pass. You gotta be pulling your weight on this champ. We're taking a serious amount of bleed damage. There you go. See, that's better. Don't give him the opportunity to block that. Or if he does, you know what? We got blight on a unit we should not have been able to blight. So, I guess it's a bit of a wash. More stress for Mulligan. Can't really do much more damage at this point. Unless we have a heart attack and die, which is still on the table. This guy being guarded is a real piss of a problem. Anodyne, if you could really fucking stop doing that, that'd be real nice. Stop stressing out the only person who's doing their job. Mark this guy. Colonel Fury, lean on me, you need not ask. Lean on Colonel Fury. When you're not strong, he'll be your friend. To step in front of stress attacks. Lean on Nick. Octocestus, once again, Jonah Hex It's a good thing Jonah Hex can't be bled. Otherwise, he would have no blood left in his body. The man has been hit by 76 trillion bleed attacks. More stress wave. We're getting into a bad place here. We've come to the end of me, Rita. Okay, Jonah Hex. You know what? Hit the guy you marked. That's what I'm talking about. That man is dead, all the way dead. That was solid. Solid work. Give Jonah... Okay, yes. Test Jonah Hex's resolve. Of course, he is also now abusive. Fantastic.
Even the aged
Abuse begets abuse, Anodyne.
wins.
Oh, please don't pass. You know what? That's... Okay, fine. I only asked that you not pass, and you didn't. So, all things considered, acceptable behavior. That also may be fatal damage on the Pelagic Shaman, though. Comes the Octocestus at Colonel Fury. He's going to repost it for 2. If we die, donate my body to the university. That's pretty fucking grim. Or is it just rational, responsible behavior from a reasonable adult? He's like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, and at this point it sort of looks like that may be a very significant possibility, make sure that something useful happens to my body. Donate it to science. It's just like, it was basically the Darkest Dungeon equivalent of signing his donor card. He's just like, nah, you know what? If I'm going down, make my death meaningful. Let my body save someone else's, or give mankind the opportunity to increase the breadth of their knowledge. Something. Also, please heal Jonah Hex. He's very badly hurt. There. Oh, now you give me a fucking shovel? Eat a dick, Darkest Dungeon.
So too will resistance.
Oh, here's a shovel, Pete. Fuck yourself, Darkest Dungeon. Go fuck yourself. We have to make inventory room for one thing. We don't have a choice, which means all of this... Yeah, I don't fuck. Just give me the bust. Give me the stupid thing. Get the hell out of this dungeon, Pete. Just go. Don't continue adventuring. Get the shit out of here. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I would say that one was maximally bad, but honestly, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. We succeeded on a mission. We went into the dungeon with literally 0 provisions because I'm an idiot. And I managed to pull it through despite my idiocy, I think, which sort of goes to show that's a pretty strong team. Those guys did some really good work. That's a nice combination of skills they got going there. And the more Plague Doctors I take, the more I love the Plague Doctor. They keep impressing me, they really do. Let's see what kind of horrible things happened here. Yeah, okay. Fear of the Unholy replaced Mercurial. That's terrible. Curious is the worst possible thing that has ever happened to a man. Dyspomania replaced Warren's Phobe. That's actually arguably an improvement. And now we got to spend $10 trillion on stress relief. This should be a delight.
A rare and wonderful
Supply changed cost by minus 50%. Provision cost changed by minus 50%. Okay, so supplies and provisions, it's something. So we got rid of the Red Plague. We got rid of the Black Plague. Anybody else got any kind of hideous or otherwise crippling or debilitating disease? John Constantine, you're rolling with rabies, and I'm going to let you keep it. Mulligan. You know what, Mulligan? I trusted you to cure your own bulimia last time, and where the fuck did that get me? Well, you gotta have stress relief. We could get rid of your bulimia later. I really would like to get rid of... Oh, you have a huge penalty to dodge, too. That's real bad. Clumsy is also terrible. Patrick Mulligan needs some work. Curious is borderline bad enough that I'm tempted to always cure it. First off, get rid of your damn bulimia. It's gonna be a while before you get to go back in a dungeon. On the plus side, he did not level. Madeline Pryor did, though, which... I would vastly have preferred that have gone the other way. Anodyne. Anything you won't do. You have deviant tastes, so you can't go to the brothel, but you're not allowed. Might as well go to the cloister then, just because it's cheap. Mulligan, we'll have to get back to you in a minute. Jonah Hex, didn't you go Freak Out Town? Yeah, Jonah Hex also visited Freak Out Town. He's a gambler, so he's only gonna gamble. Well, why don't you know, go strike up a deal and see if you can't cut a deal with the devil, maybe at the price of your soul. I don't know, he's probably got a fiddle made of gold or something he'll trade you.
game of chance and companionship.
Little upgrade.
Rush of life.
Anything else that needs to be done? Well, we gotta fix Madeline Pryor, we gotta fix Patrick Mulligan. all of the things that require fixing are not things that we can fix at the moment. So I think we're going to call this one done. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see me wander into dungeons with absolutely no provisions on a regular basis, I consider subscribing as well, because that's like 2 times in the last 5 trips. I am a profoundly stupid man. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.